All right. And it's always fabulous to jump in here and say hello to everyone. Welcome to Wednesday. And here we are in March of 2023. And I'm checking in with you guys to see how you're doing. Let me fix my Zoom here so you're not, let me figure that part out. View speaker. There we go. I'm not sure where to put me. Will pin me up there. Can you guys see me okay? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Super duper. So I got a few things that I want to say hello. Hello, 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 hello. If you're coming in live, do me a hashtag live. If you are coming in replay, do hashtag replay. I just see who's chiming in, taking notes, right? And it's a way for me to say hello too, because you know, it's Zoom, it's the social media world. And unless I'm walking down the hall next to you, I can't wave and say hello. So go ahead and type in the comments, hello, hashtag live or hashtag replay. I want to go over what I teach my clients so that you guys can benefit and just really learn more about what I do, how I can help you, how I help my clients, why they're successful, and why it's super important to be a part of real estate investing, like really now more than ever. Who here wants to take control of their own economic independence? Their own economic independence. And I say that, you know, a lot of people kind of say that a little freely, you know, financial freedom, you know, what does that mean for you guys? What does that mean for you? I want to dial it back just a little bit into what it means for me, because I can only share my experience and the experience of my students and their success, where they've come from, absolutely know nothing about real estate investing and being able to retire at 28 years old, right? To go live a different life, to go follow their passions. So I want to hear from you what you think financial freedom is. If you want to type it in the comments, that'd be awesome. And then also, where are you struggling in your real estate? Where are you struggling? Are you getting started? Are you waiting to get started? Why are you waiting to get started? What is holding you back? What do you feel is holding you back in going, just diving in to the deep end of real estate investing? Because here's the thing, the longer you wait to make this move, the harder it's going to get. I was reading a post the other day. It was a picture of an 85-year-old woman saying all her regrets and how she should have lived and how she shoulda, right? But now she's too old to, you know, and too weak. She happened to be a very weak 85-year-old, right? I know 85-year-olds would probably run circles around me, so don't get me wrong. But you know, she just had a lot of regrets, and I don't want that for you guys. I don't want that for you. I have helped thousands of students across the nation to getting started in real estate investing with wholesale, fix and flip, buy and hold, and money lending, and keeping more of the money that you make, right? I geek out on the whole tax and legal side of things because it's powerful. It fascinates me to know that it's like written right there in law and tax law, and nobody's reading it. Nobody's reading it, and nobody understands what the CPA is thinking, right? And you're like, oh, they charge me too much, right? Oh my God, the crap that they get to go through just to make a tax return. Anyway, so I know I used to be licensed, so I can say that I have the experience. And I do try to treat my CPA well. My CPA just saved me $33,000 this year. $33,000 this year. No kidding. No kidding. If they're not strategizing with you, like, you know, you go find a new CPA. Just saying. They're worth their weight in gold. pay them every red cent that you got, because they'll save your ass. The right one will. The right one will. So those are some great things that I've done recently. Oh, and I'm buying a couple more properties too. So that's fun. I'm going to go over that during my challenge next week. By the way, my challenge is going to be April 3rd through, is it the 7th? What's that date? What's that last? Yeah, the 7th. April 3rd through the 7th, where I deep dive into all the different things that I teach my students. It's really a step-by-step instruction. And that's what you get when you come in, like we deep dive into each part of it and you get a customized plan, right? Like that's the huge benefit. And being able to run deals by me, that's pretty powerful as well. I know when I first jumped into real estate investing, I'm like, I don't even know if I got this right. Who do I talk to? What do I even ask? So I provide a lot of that. I provide what we call pocket coaching for my clients right there on your cell phone, so that they can get answers right away and move the dial, right? So next week, we're going to deep dive into all the steps that I give my clients. Who here wants all the steps I give my clients, right? Go ahead and type me in the comments. I want the steps. Because here's the thing. The more you know, right? The more you know, the easier it is to move forward. It's when people hold back because they don't know what they don't know. They just don't know what they don't know. And it can be scary, right? It could be a little scary. Oh my God. I remember my first property I did. I bought sight unseen in Nampa, Idaho. What does that mean? It means I bought it and I never went over to the property until the end of escrow, right? And so I flew out there at the end of escrow. I'm like, okay, we're good. And I must have ran around. It was an industrial building where I was signing escrow docs. And I had to go out and get a breath of fresh air. I'm like, what? And I must have went around that building like 17 times before I actually went in and signed the documents. That was my first investment property in Nampa, Idaho. Oh my goodness. So I get how scary it could be, but I had by people that were protecting me, right? I had mentors. I had good friends that were mortgage people. I had, contractors. I had everyone by my side. And that's actually super important. One of the books we're reading is Who Not How with Dan Sullivan. You can see it, read it. But it's all about team. It's all about team. And you can learn about a lot of that on day 4 of the challenge next week. Team is so important to have to support you. Someone to bounce ideas off of, someone to keep you safe, or try to anyways, right? Like we're all going to do what we're going to do. But if you don't know what you don't know, how do you know you're going in the right direction, the wrong direction, the not going anywhere because you don't know which direction to go? That's the hard part. That's the hard part. So I'm going to invite you guys, gals, I'm super passionate about people starting in real estate investing because I read tax law, right? Tax law is having be an entrepreneur, and we have ways for you to be an entrepreneur if you're a W-2, and to have real estate assets. That's the secret sauce right there. If you read tax law, it's going to tell you these are the 2 things that are missing in your life to paying next to 0 in taxes. And I know it's tax season here, so it can get a little itchy, right? You're like, I have to pay taxes. But you know what? Taxes are written for you to make more money. Believe it or not, go ahead, throw the tomatoes. It's okay. Go ahead. But I know for a fact it's written for you. Like, of course, obviously, they have their motives, and it's written, the government gets their slice of the pie any way they can, and you cannot avoid paying the slice of the pie for not just the government, but your community and so on and so forth, right? You get to pay your dues to be a part of society. It's just what it is. So why argue with it? Learn it, right? And be successful with it, right? Anything you resist, persist, right? And everyone gets all itchy with taxes. I go, woohoo, it's tax time, right? Like, I don't want to pay out a shit ton of money. Don't get me wrong. But I have strategy that keeps me to the next to zero in taxes, right? My community still gets what they need for their taxes. I'm still ethical in the right and in the right of the IRS eyes. So all is right in the world. Just follow the tax law, okay? And if you're paying too much in taxes, you probably need some assets. You probably need to do something that's entrepreneurial, right? To start paying less. Anyways, this was not meant to be a tax conversation. I just geek out on it so much. I'm not a CPA, an attorney, or financial advisor in any way. I'm just sharing with you my geekiness in what I do. And I kind of over deliver sometimes. So I'm going to invite you into the steps I show my clients through this 5-day challenge. It's a sneak peek at what I give my clients. So day one, we're going to be going over the market. Like what should your market be? Why do you want to choose that market? What should you look for, right? What exit strategy should you focus on? Is it going to be wholesale, fix and flip, buy and hold, or money lending? What are the different ones that you want to do? Those are the only 4 that you get to pick from. Only 4. I know you're like, oh, but what about the BRRRR strategy? That's buy and hold. Well, what about, okay, short-term rentals? That could be a hybrid of wholesale, if you're doing arbitrage, or it could be long-term with short-term tenants, right? So those are the only 4 you get to choose from, and I help you choose what that needs to be. I walk you through step by step to see what that's going to be. How to find motivated sellers. Who here is having trouble finding a deal, right? Who's having trouble finding a deal? If you're having trouble finding deals, you want to pay attention to day 2 exclusively, because it's multiple ways. I think 5, 6, 7, 8 ways I go over to find motivated sellers. Okay. And I've got some new things brewing for my current clients too. I'm doing a whole separate program into just deal making, right? Just deal making. But I'll touch on that later. But it's about finding motivated sellers. So I guess that's why I'm thinking about it. So what's important is day 1 is your market and your exit strategy. Day 2 is finding motivated sellers. Day 3 is all about running the numbers. Who gets analysis paralysis, right? Like I used to get analysis paralysis like nobody's business. I get stuck in the weeds, right? What if, I don't know, like this number's right, like, you know, yeah, I get stuck in the weeds big time and get analysis paralysis, and I don't move it forward. I used to, and not move it forward. But I learned that it is just a numbers game, and when you learn how the numbers work, it goes a whole lot faster when you're analyzing a deal, right? So day 3, we're going to run over that. What's repairs? What's your return on investment? How do you know it's a good deal? That's day 3. Day 4 is all about team. And again, my clients are reading this book by Dan Sullivan. I get nothing for this. I just think he's awesome, right? And I share with my clients everything and everyone that I think is awesome, and to follow and to read and to listen to, because I have over 20 years experience in this, so I can shorten that curve real quick. So the in other words, day 4 is all about team, right? Day 4 is all about team. And why is it so important? It's super important to be able to know who's on your team, to leverage your team, and how to vet them, right? How do you vet them? And then day 5, like what day am I on? I can count. Day 5 is all about funding. Now, I want you guys to follow the pattern here. Okay, day 5 is all about funding, about traditional financing, private money, hard money, all the different monies that are out there, right? And how to find them, what suits you, what you need for your particular property and your particular strategy, right? So all of that is included. I mean, it's chunk load, right? All of that is included in the 5-day challenge. Plus you get Q&A to ask me anything that you want. And we go over all of it. So if you have a burning question, like you're going to want to go through this challenge step by step. Because again, this is what I teach my clients, right? Every time they get stuck, I go, well, okay, well, who's on your team? Well, who's your motivated seller? Okay, well, did you run the numbers? What do they look like? Show them to me, right? And they're going, oh, okay, here's this, here's that. I'm like, they're taking action and moving forward like never before. I've had people join from other programs because they just get videos. I've gotten those. I spent 40 grand on videos and 6 coaching calls, right? Nothing to hold me accountable, nothing to take action with, no support to do a deal, to understand it. Am I doing it right? That was back in the day where all you had was the big gurus, right? And so this is why I do what I do, because like everyone should know how to do real estate investing that wants to know it. Everyone should know how to do it. I've had people get into contract by day 5. By day 5, I kid you not. It was never my intention, but people are doing it. So it's awesome. And the more I could do that and get people into action, because it's action steps each and every day. Action steps each and every day. So you really get quite the boatload, if you will, in that. And then it's a matter of just really dialing it down and like taking those next steps. Like, who wants to get into a contract, get into a deal and close on a deal next week? Right? Get into contract, get it rocking and rolling. I mean, I can't guarantee anything. I mean, you're all going to do what you're going to do. Some people never do anything. They're just information gatherers and they're never going to take action. I get that's fine. Love having you here and learning, but I want those action takers in there, right? Taking action, because I provide you with lots of action, specific action. Let me get there. Decisive action that's customized to you, right? So that you're taking the right action for you, for your next right step. So anyways, if you want to join me next week, we start April 3rd, noon Eastern Standard Time. Don't worry if you can't make it, though we do have live bonuses. If you show up live, we do have live bonuses, different prizes you guys could win. So that's awesome. And then if you have to catch the recording, not a big deal. There's still juicy things that you could sign up for, and I'll elaborate on those during the challenge. So there's always juicy bonuses, and I never make the same offer twice. So you'll want to see what I'm screwing up. Get all the info that you can, win prizes, have fun, right? Network with other like-minded people. It's going to be so much fun next week. So I invite you guys to chime in for register. We'll put the link in the comments here, and then we'll send an email out as well. But so you can have the opportunity to sign up for the challenge and get the steps that you need to move yourself forward. If you feel like something's missing, right? Ask questions. Like, well, I don't understand this, or, this is what I've been facing and I didn't see it in your challenge. Like, tell me, I'll let you know. Because again, I've been at this for over 20 years. Yes, I'm dating myself. And we got ways to help you like nobody's business. Taking over subject to, doing seller financing, doing all of those things, right? That you've ever heard about, that you've ever Google tubed about. You get to dial in specifically for you this whole next week. All right. So I'll leave you guys with that. We'll drop the link so you guys could sign up, and then I'll see you on the 3rd. Bye.